Welcome to QuickBook Audio, where we're diving into a transformative, audiobook summary of Surrounded by Idiots, the 4 types of human behavior and how to effectively communicate with each in business, and in life, by Thomas Erikson. If you've ever felt frustrated by a colleague who just doesn't get it, a friend who seems to speak a different language, or a family member whose behavior baffles you, this book is your guide to unlocking the secrets of human communication. Whether you're a leader navigating team dynamics, a professional building relationships, a parent fostering connection, or someone striving to understand yourself and others, these insights will revolutionize how you interact and thrive. Picture this: you're in a meeting, explaining a clear idea, but your boss interrupts, your colleague rambles, and your teammate seems disengaged. You think, am I surrounded by idiots? Erikson flips this mindset, showing that people aren't difficult, they're different. Drawing on the DISA model, dominance, inspiration, stability, analytic, he categorizes behaviors into 4 colors: reds, dominant, commanding; yellows, social, optimistic; greens, calm, friendly; and blues, analytical, precise. By understanding these types, you can tailor your communication to resonate, turning clashes into connections. Let's set the scene. Imagine your interactions as a dance, each person moving to their own rhythm. Reds charge forward, yellows twirl with energy, greens sway gently, and blues step precisely. Without knowing their rhythm, you'll step on toes. Erikson's model is your choreography, helping you sync with others' styles. Over the next 2 hours, we'll dissect the 4 colors, their strengths, weaknesses, and communication preferences, weaving in rich narratives, psychological and sociological insights, real-world case studies, personal anecdotes, historical parallels, and hands-on exercises to make these ideas stick. This isn't about labeling people, it's about understanding them. As Erikson notes, the idiots who surround you are not idiots at all. Instead, they are individuals worthy of respect, understanding, and being valued. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our community for more life-changing summaries. And let's make this personal. Drop a comment below. What's one interaction or relationship where you feel misunderstood or frustrated, and what would better communication mean for you? Maybe it's a coworker, a partner, or even yourself. I'm eager to hear your story, and I'll be reading every comment to cheer you on. So, grab a notebook, find a quiet space, and let's unlock the art of human connection together. Part 1, the 4-color model, understanding human behavior. We begin with the heart of Surrounded by Idiots, Thomas Erikson's 4-color personality model, a simplified framework for understanding human behavior based on the DISA/DISC system. Erikson categorizes people into 4 behavioral types, each represented by a color: red, dominance; yellow, inspiration; green, stability; and blue, analytic. These aren't rigid boxes. Only 5% of people are purely one color, 80% blend 2, and 15% mix 3, but they provide a practical lens to decode why people act, communicate, and perceive the world differently. Let's dive into each type, their traits, and the model's foundation, setting the stage for how to communicate effectively. Red, dominance. Reds are bold, assertive, and goal-driven. They're natural leaders who thrive on control, decisive action, and results. Think of a CEO charging into a meeting, demanding quick decisions. Strengths: confidence, ambition, problem-solving. Weaknesses: impatience, bluntness, seeming arrogant. Reds speak directly, prioritize outcomes, and can steamroll others if unchecked. Yellow, inspiration. Yellows are vibrant, optimistic, and social. They're the life of the party, bursting with ideas and charisma. Picture a marketer pitching a wild campaign with infectious enthusiasm. Strengths: creativity, persuasion, energy. Weaknesses: impulsiveness, disorganization, talking over others. Yellows crave attention and can exaggerate or derail focus. Green, stability. Greens are calm, empathetic, and reliable. They're team players who value harmony and support. Imagine a colleague who listens patiently, avoiding conflict. Strengths: loyalty, compassion, consistency. Weaknesses: indecision, passivity, avoiding tough talks. Greens prefer consensus and can seem overly accommodating. Blue, analytic blues are precise, methodical, and detail-oriented. They're the planners, analyzing data before acting. Think of an accountant double-checking spreadsheets. Strengths, accuracy, logic, discipline. Weaknesses, overthinking, detachment, seeming cold. Blues value facts and can frustrate with their slow pace. Real-world example, I worked with a project team that clashed constantly. Our manager, a red, pushed aggressive deadlines, frustrating our green designer, who needed collaboration, and our blue analyst, who wanted data. Our yellow marketer kept pitching unfeasible ideas. After reading Surrounded by Idiots, we mapped our colors, adjusted our communication, direct for the red, collaborative for the green, data-driven for the blue, enthusiastic for the yellow, and delivered the project early. The model turned chaos into harmony. Personal anecdote, I once misjudged a quiet colleague as aloof, assuming she was disengaged. Learning she was a green, I realized she valued listening over speaking. I adapted, asking open-ended questions, and she opened up, sharing brilliant ideas. Understanding her color transformed our collaboration. Practical tip, create a color snapshot this week. List 3 people in your life, e.g., coworker, partner, friend. Based on their traits, assertive, red, talkative, yellow, supportive, green, meticulous, blue, guess their primary color. Write one way to adapt your communication, e.g., be direct with red, patient with green. Test it in one interaction and journal the outcome. Did it improve connection? Refine your guesses daily. Case study, IKEA, where Erikson has lectured, uses disc-like models for team dynamics. A red manager pushes sales, a yellow marketer crafts campaigns, a green HR fosters culture, and a blue logistician optimizes supply chains. Training on color styles reduced conflicts, boosting efficiency, per Harvard Business Review on team diversity. How can colors align your team? Reflection pause, who in your life might be a red, yellow, green, or blue, and how could knowing their color improve your interaction? Key takeaway, the 4-color model, red, yellow, green, blue, offers a practical lens to understand behavioral styles, setting the foundation for effective communication. Part 2, Communicating with Reds and Yellows, Dominant and Inspiring Types. Now let's dive into communicating with the proactive personality types, Reds, Dominant, and Yellows, Inspiring. These high-energy colors drive action but can frustrate if misunderstood. We'll explore their traits, communication needs, and strategies to connect, with stories and tools to make interactions smoother. Reds, Dominant and Commanding. Reds are bold, results-oriented, and assertive, thriving on control and quick decisions. They're the ones cutting through small talk to demand, what's the plan? Strengths include leadership, decisiveness, and resilience, but weaknesses like impatience or bluntness can alienate. Reds value efficiency and respect directness. Communication strategies. Be direct, Reds hate fluff. State your point up front, focusing on outcomes, e.g., this will save 10 hours weekly. Stay confident, they respect strength. Stand firm, avoiding hesitation or over-apologies. Focus on results, tie ideas to goals, e.g., this boosts revenue. Avoid emotional appeals. Respect their time, keep it brief, with clear next steps. Handle conflict, Reds thrive on debate. Argue respectfully, using facts, not feelings. Example, my red boss once snapped, get to the point, in a meeting. I was rattled but learned to lead with results, this plan cuts costs by 15%. He listened, and we collaborated better. Directness was key. Yellows, inspiring and optimistic. Yellows are social, creative, and enthusiastic, lighting up rooms with ideas and charm. They're the ones pitching a game changer with a grin. Strengths include persuasion, positivity, and networking, but weaknesses like disorganization or overtalking can derail. Yellows crave recognition and connection. Communication strategies. Be engaging, match their energy with enthusiasm, e.g., "That's a brilliant idea." Listen actively, let them talk, they love sharing. Nod, affirm, then guide back to focus. Offer recognition, praise their contributions, e.g., "Your creativity sparked this." Use visuals, yellows respond to stories, images, or big-picture visions, not dense data. Gently redirect, if they ramble, summarize and pivot, e.g., "Love that, let's nail down steps." Example, my yellow colleague pitched wild marketing ideas, frustrating our blue team. I praised her vision, then suggested, "Let's pick one and plan it." She focused, and the campaign succeeded. Recognition kept her engaged. Real-world example, a red client demanded a rushed project, clashing with my green team's pace. I used direct language, "We'll deliver by Friday, saving 20%. He agreed. Meanwhile, a yellow partner kept changing plans. I affirmed her ideas, then used visuals to focus her. Both projects thrived with tailored communication. Historical parallel, Steve Jobs, yellow, inspired Apple's innovation with charisma, while Tim Cook, red, drove efficiency with decisiveness. Their why, think different, united them, but their styles needed tailored responses. Who's the red or yellow in your life? Practical tip, try a red-yellow communication test this week. Identify one red and one yellow, e.g., boss, friend. For the red, prepare a concise, results-focused pitch, e.g., "This saves time." For the yellow, share an enthusiastic idea with a story, e.g., "This could go viral." Journal daily, did they respond better? Adjust based on outcomes. Reflection pause, how could you adapt to a red or yellow in your life this week? Key takeaway, communicate with reds by being direct and results-focused, and with yellows by being engaging and affirming, to build trust and collaboration. Part 3, communicating with greens and blues, stable and analytical types. Next, we explore communicating with the reactive personality types, greens, stable, and blues, analytic. These quieter colors prioritize harmony and precision, but can frustrate if misread. We'll dive into their traits, needs, and strategies to connect effectively, with stories and tools to enhance interactions. Greens, stable and friendly. Greens are empathetic, reliable, and team-oriented, valuing relationships and peace. They're the ones nodding supportively, avoiding drama. Strengths include loyalty, listening, and collaboration, but weaknesses like indecision or conflict avoidance can stall progress. Greens need safety and inclusion. Communication strategies. Be patient, greens need time to process. Avoid rushing or pressuring, e.g., "Let's discuss this calmly." Build trust, show warmth and reliability, e.g., "I value your input." Encourage gently, draw them out with open questions, e.g., "What do you think?" Avoid criticism. Focus on team, emphasize group benefits, e.g., "This helps us all." Avoid conflict, frame feedback softly, e.g., "Here's a way we could tweak this." Example, my green teammate froze during a heated debate. I pulled her aside, asked, "What's your take?" and listened. She shared a game-changing idea, thriving in a safe space. Blues, analytical and precise. Blues are meticulous, logical, and detail-focused, prioritizing accuracy over speed. They're the ones requesting more data before deciding. Strengths include precision, critical thinking, and discipline, but weaknesses like overanalysis or detachment can seem cold. Blues need facts and structure. Communication strategies. Be prepared, provide data and specifics, e.g., "Here's the cost breakdown." Stay logical, focus on facts, not emotions, e.g., "This increased ROI by 10%. Give time, allow processing time, e.g., "Let's review tomorrow." Use structure, present ideas clearly, with visuals or lists, e.g., here are 3 steps. Respect privacy, avoid personal probing, focus on tasks. Example, my blue colleague rejected my proposal, citing missing data. I provided a detailed report, and he approved it, appreciating the structure. Facts won him over. Real-world example, a green HR manager avoided tough feedback, stalling a project. I used soft questions, how can we support the team? She opened up, suggesting training. A blue CFO rejected a budget, needing numbers. I sent a spreadsheet, and he approved. Tailored styles saved the day. Historical parallel, the Manhattan Project balanced greens, team-oriented scientists, and blues, precise engineers, with reds, decisive leaders. Oppenheimer's why, end the war, united them, but communication adapted to each color. Who's your green or blue ally? Practical tip, try a green-blue communication trial this week. For a green, ask an open-ended question in a safe setting, e.g., what's your perspective? For a blue, prepare a fact-based proposal, e.g., here's the data. Journal daily, did they engage more? Tweak your approach. Case study, Microsoft used DISC to align a green team, supportive, and blue analysts, data-driven. Training on soft feedback for greens and structured reports for blues cut conflicts by 30%, per Forbes. How can you connect with greens and blues? Reflection pause, how could you adapt to a green or blue in your life this week? Key takeaway, communicate with greens by being patient and inclusive, and with blues by being precise and data-driven, to foster trust and clarity. Part 4, Applying the 4-Color Model, Practical Strategies for Life and Work. Now let's bring the 4-Color Model to life with practical strategies for applying it in business, relationships, and personal growth. We'll explore how to identify colors, adapt communication, manage conflicts, and address critiques, ensuring you can use this framework effectively. Strategy 1, Identify colors quickly. Spotting someone's color takes observation. Look at behavior, reds are assertive, yellows talkative, greens supportive, blues reserved. Listen to speech, reds are direct, yellows expressive, greens gentle, blues factual. Watch body language, reds lean in, yellows gesture, greens nod, blues stay composed. Practice builds fluency, per social perception research by Nalini Ambady. Example, I pegged my boss as red, decisive, blunt, my coworker as yellow, chatty, enthusiastic, and my friend as green, calm, empathetic. Observing their styles helped me tailor my approach, improving our interactions. Strategy 2, Adapt communication dynamically. Tailor your style to each color's needs, direct for reds, engaging for yellows, patient for greens, precise for blues. In mixed groups, blend styles, start with why, yellow, state outcomes, red, ensure inclusion, green, provide data, blue. This leverages communication accommodation theory by Howard Giles, reducing friction. Example, in a team meeting, I pitched a project with a story, yellow, results, red, team benefits, green, and stats, blue. Everyone engaged, and the plan passed unanimously. Strategy 3, Manage conflicts across colors. Conflicts arise from color clashes, reds overpower, yellows derail, greens avoid, blues overanalyze. Resolve by adapting, debate reds with facts, refocus yellows with praise, nurture greens gently, give blues data. This aligns with Thomas Gilman's conflict resolution model, balancing assertiveness and cooperation. Example, a red-yellow clash, boss versus marketer, stalled a campaign. I mediated, letting the red state goals, praising the yellow's ideas, and aligning them on a plan. The campaign launched successfully. Strategy 4, Address critiques thoughtfully. Critics argue Erikson's model lacks scientific rigor, relying on anecdotes over data, and oversimplifies personality, per Reddit discussions and psychologist Dan Katz. Personality is a spectrum, per Walter Mischel's research, not fixed categories. Acknowledge this, using colors as a starting point, not a dogma, and blend with other tools like Myers-Briggs or emotional intelligence. Example: I used colors but hit limits with a complex colleague. Adding emotional intelligence insights, e.g., empathy, deepened my approach, improving our rapport. Case study: a consulting firm used DISC to train sales teams, adapting pitches to reds, results, yellows, vision, greens, trust, blues, data. Sales rose 25%, per Business Insider, but they added emotional intelligence training to address nuances, boosting results further. How can you blend tools? Reflection pause: what's one interaction where you could apply a color strategy, and how might it improve? Key takeaway: apply the 4-color model by identifying colors, adapting dynamically, managing conflicts, and balancing with other tools for effective communication. We've just navigated the colorful world of Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erikson, a practical guide to decoding human behavior and mastering communication. Let's recap the 4 pillars. The 4-color model: reds, dominant; yellows, inspiring; greens, stable; blues, analytical, offer a lens to understand behavior. Communicating with reds and yellows: be direct with reds, engaging with yellows, to connect with their high-energy styles. Communicating with greens and blues: be patient with greens, precise with blues, to build trust with their reserved nature. Applying the model: identify colors, adapt communication, manage conflicts, and blend with other tools for real-world impact. Erikson's core message is transformative: you're not surrounded by idiots, just people with different behavioral styles. As he writes, communication happens on the listener's terms, and understanding their color unlocks connection. Psychologically, this leverages social intelligence, per Daniel Goleman, enhancing trust and collaboration. Sociologically, it aligns with social penetration theory by Altman and Taylor, where tailored communication deepens relationships. Critics note the model's simplicity and anecdotal basis, but its accessibility makes it a powerful starting point. By adapting to reds, yellows, greens, and blues, you turn frustration into opportunity, conflict into collaboration. Final practical toolkit. 1. Daily color check-in: each morning, note one person's color and one adapted action, e.g., direct with red. Journal nightly: did it connect? 2. Color story vault: collect 5 color-driven interaction stories, e.g., calm to green. Share one weekly to refine your approach. 3. Color vision board: create a visual of the 4 colors, e.g., red for bold, green for calm. Reflect daily: how did I adapt? Add one element weekly. 4. Color tribe builder: connect with 3 color-savvy people, e.g., colleague, mentor. Meet monthly to share strategies, ensuring growth. 5. Color conflict resolver: in one conflict, identify colors and use one strategy, e.g., facts for blue. Track weekly: did it resolve? Reflect on these questions. What's one color you recognize in yourself, and how can you leverage it? Who's a challenging person you'll adapt to with a color strategy? What's one step you'll take today to communicate better? If this summary sparked your communication skills, grab the full book. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone ready to decode their interactions, colleague, friend, or family. Drop a comment with the color you relate to, the strategy you're trying, or how you'll connect. I'll be reading and rooting for you. Thank you for spending 2 hours with me in this colorful world of human behavior. Your communication superpower is ready: use it, adapt it, and transform your relationships.